Here comes Daredevil, the man without fear. Be prepared for the ultimate in sheer villainy and suspense when the lone Daredevil battles the Fellowship of Fear. Those of you who felt we could never top our last dish, wait till you feast your eyes on this one. Another spectacular smash hit from the House of Ideas. Daredevil, the man without fear, learns for the first time what it means to be truly afraid when he is trapped by the Fellowship of Fear. Remember the Purple Man in Daredevil number 4? Well, we have a hunch that this month's villain will remind you of him in some ways, but though their methods may be somewhat similar, you'll find that our Mr. Fear is far, far different than you first suspect. The very newest, and possibly the greatest saga in the early career of Marvel's sensational blind swashbuckler. See Daredevil fight one of the strangest trio of villains ever assembled. Written with the fabulously flawless fantasy of Stan Lee, illustrated in the magnificently modern manner of Wally Wood, lettered in the screamingly sophisticated style of Sam Rosen. Like a brooding, wingless eagle, the dazzling Daredevil stalks the city's rooftops, ever alert, ever vigilant, his super sharp senses probing the night, searching for adventure. But tonight, all seems peaceful. Only the sounds of a movie-making crew shooting a film on location in the street break the placid silence. Voices calling camera directions. I hear the words fade out, pan across, dolly forward. Obviously a movie is being filmed below me. And yet, why do I hear no script girl's voice? No sound of police holding back the crowd. Something about the scene below does not ring true to me. Now for the big scene. We're all ready to roll. Excellent. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were the genuine criminals you're portraying. The ox and the eel. Okay, roll 'em. Let's make this robbery look good. Those are real iron bars. How can he rip them out so easy? And 3 stories above, Daredevil's suspicions turn into certainties. No normal actor could pull iron bars from a locked store door so effortlessly. That is no ordinary film scene. Seconds later, inside the store, as the cameras begin to grind. What a foolproof scheme. The camera crew and director we hired suspect nothing, and no one would think of interfering. Finally, it worked, like the boss said it would. Now let's pay off those dumb cameramen and lam out of here. I was right. They don't realize their softest whisper is like a shout to me. Okay, Billy Club. We've got ourselves a little job to do. If there isn't a lamppost on this corner, I'm gonna be a mighty sorry, Daredevil. But a fella has to take some chances. Ah, there it is. And here I go. Heavy footsteps directly below. Starting to leave. I'm just in time. Hold it, boys. How about an autograph for a movie fan? Daredevil! Where'd he come from? Surprise, little fella. It'll take more than you to tackle the ox. It was like hitting a stone wall. He's the real ox. One of the notorious enforcers. He must have been paroled before the others. Last seen in Spider-Man number 14. Stan. Lucky for me, so bulky and slow-moving. You won't escape us, you flea. Once I get my hand free. That reminds me. There's another one. I hear his heartbeat. but he's not moving. Why? Do you think your clumsy leap can harm the eel? Ha! The tighter you grab me, the easier I can slide from your grip. He's coated with some sort of unique grease. I can't hold him. The ox, rushing up behind me. I've got a duck. Nice try, big man. Hold still! Blast you! Sorry, ox. I'm more the nervous type. But suddenly, Daredevil turns and strikes out with all the force of his superb fighting skill. But so intent is he upon his huge foe that he doesn't know I'm behind him. Now we'll get him. Try again, little man. I've got him, Ox. Hurry! One blow is all it'll take. You're not kidding, Eel. I'll wait till I hear his fist moving towards me. And then... There! You forgot, Eel. The very grease-like coating which makes it hard to hold you also makes it hard for you to hold anyone else. Eel! Look out! Meantime, such a spectacular battle cannot go unnoticed. And so... Operator, quick! Get me the police! It's an emergency. If you'd only stay still long enough. Gotta try something else. He's too powerful. A click. The sound of a pistol being cocked. What a fight! Keep those cameras grinding. It'll be worth a fortune. Daredevil is all nerve, but he hasn't a chance against the ox. Boss, am I glad you're here. There's another one. Get those cameras out of here. It's too dangerous. How lucky I am to encounter the great Daredevil while committing my first major crime. What fame this victory shall give to Mr. Fear. Mr. Fear? Sidestepping with uncanny speed, Daredevil saves himself from the point-blank shot. But it was not a bullet that was fired. Rather, a small pellet, which breaks upon contact with the wall beyond. Fumes! He fired a gas pellet at me. But it isn't tear gas. Nor is it poisonous. What can it be? Suddenly, the sightless adventurer turns, making a frantic effort to flee. Hold him, Eel. Too many of them. I've got to escape while I still can. Can't hang on, but we're forcing him towards the wall. This is the end of the line, Daredevil. Both of them. About to attack me. No. Stay back. Don't count on it, chum. An air current. Directly above me. That means an opening. It's my one chance. If I can swing over in time. He's getting away! Stop him! Ah! Missed him! I just made it. A short time later. Officer, we were duped. We were hired to film a short commercial film dealing with a daring robbery. But it was real. Alright, mister. Calm down. Let me have the whole story from the beginning. It was the eel and the ox. But we thought they were actors, made up to look like crooks. Luckily, Daredevil came by. He slowed them down, almost caught them, but they were too much for him. Towards the end, a third one appeared, dressed in an outlandish costume. He called himself Mr. Fear, seemed to be the leader. We got most of it on film. We'll play it back for you. Meanwhile, alone in his room, we find... It never happened to me before, but I can't deny it to myself. I was afraid. I was scared stiff. It was right after Mr. Fear fired that pellet at me. All of a sudden, I became almost petrified. All I could think of was trying to escape. What's happened to me? Have I turned... coward? The next day, at the offices of Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys at law. Good morning, Matt. Have you heard about... Oh, I see you have the morning news program on now. Yes, Karen. I've just been hearing the playback of the film showing Daredevil's battle with Mr. Fear and his two strange partners. Battle? It was more like a rout. I understand that Daredevil really turned chicken at the end. Yes, that seems to be the consensus of opinion. I can't even deny it to myself. I know it's true. We've seen Daredevil bravely fighting hopeless odds before. He can't be different now. There must be an explanation. Perhaps there is, Karen. But I'm afraid that only time will tell. I wonder who Mr. Fear really is. I hear her pulse quicken as she speaks to me. If only it meant that she loves me. But it must only be her feelings for Daredevil. Not only lovely Karen Page wonders who Mr. Fear is, but the entire world asks that question. And for the incredible answer, let's go back a few months, back to a small, dingy side street wax museum. It's time to continue my experiments again. My wax museum is a failure. Even though I have models of the most famous heroes, the most notorious villains of all time, nobody comes to see them. But when my experiments are completed, things will be different. Then, the world shall acclaim the genius of Zoltan Drago. Zoltan Drago, alas, had one fault. Although he was a talented sculptor and model maker, he was also slightly mad. Sooner or later, I'll discover a way to bring my wax figures to life. And then, the entire world will be at my feet. I've experimented for years, without success. I've mixed all sorts of potions, all types of chemicals, but I'll never give up. Sooner or later, I'll find the right formula, even if it's by accident. It will make no difference, so long as I succeed. Go away, kitty. I must not be disturbed now, by anyone. The obedient feline obeys its master's command, but in so doing, spills a small jar from the shelf above. It landed on my Bunsen burner, causing fumes to appear. Unable to help himself, Zoltan Drago inhales the strange fumes, and suddenly, an unexpected reaction sets in, as dread, nameless fear fills his heart. Stay back, kitty! Don't hurt me! I'm sorry I yelled at you. I didn't mean it. Don't come near me! Stay back! The fumes are evaporating. My fear is leaving me. I did discover something after all. Something I never expected. I found a way to fill any foe with indescribable fear. For long weeks, the strange, haunted man worked, refining his discovery, learning all he could about the chemicals involved. Perfect. Now I know that I can make all the fear gas I need. With such a discovery, I could become the most successful criminal who ever lived. Then, some days later, I've modified an ordinary pistol to fire my new fear pellets. And now, for psychological purposes, I'll create a costume, the perfect disguise for one who shall henceforth be known as Mr. Fear. And now, before I begin, there is one last detail I must attend to. Every master criminal needs some willing helpers. Let me see. Whom shall I choose? Diablo? Craven? Dr. Doom? Zemo? No. They are all too powerful, or too clever. Sooner or later, they might find the way to gain mastery over me. But then, finally, the ox, unbelievably powerful, but too dull-witted to challenge my leadership. And the eel, slippery, clever, and cunning, but not strong enough to defy me. They shall be the ones for me. Later, a strange, frightening figure began to make the rounds of the city's underworld haunts. I'll tell you anything I know. Just don't hurt me. My fear gas never fails. How easy this shall be. Tell me where to find the eel. Quickly. Sure, we'll tell you. And so, Eel, come up here. Mr. Fear wants you. Who are you? How'd you learn my hiding place? Could the Human Torch have sent him? Refers to Strange Tales number 117. Stan. Then, after one small gas pellet has been fired. Sure, I'll work for you. I'll do whatever you say, as long as I don't get hurt. Of course. And now, we must find the ox. I heard that he is now up for parole. Learning of the exact date of the ox's parole, it was a simple matter for Mr. Fear and the eel to be waiting outside the prison gates. How do you know he'll agree to work for you, boss? Because no one can resist Mr. Fear. Not when I use my little gas pellets to urge them. And so, without further ado, we return to the perilous present. It's a good thing you use your fear gun on Daredevil, boss. He almost got the upper hand over all of us. Perhaps. But I shall not permit his challenge to go unanswered. We must someday find him and dispose of him. If someone will hold him for me long enough, boss, I'll take care of that little matter. But how can you find a character like that? Nobody has any idea who he is, or where he hangs his hat. I'm way ahead of you. I've already arranged a trap for him, and this shall be the bait. What's that, boss? Couldn't you guess? It's a new wax figure of Daredevil. He's bound to come to see it when he learns that it's here. And now, back again to our two intrepid legal eagles. It was nice of Foggy to get me this push-button tape recorder, so I could dictate without seeing. But I wonder what he'd say if he knew I can use the most delicate electronic equipment more capably than a sighted man. Don't worry, Collins. I'll have that brief prepared for you by Tuesday morning. From the sound of her breathing, I know Karen is looking at me. She's pitying blind Matt Murdock, I suppose. Oh, Matt. I love you so. If only you'd give me some encouragement. Just a word. Or a gesture. But I can see that you simply don't care. It's hard to think with she's so near me. If only Foggy didn't love her, I'd make a pitch myself. Even though it would be hopeless. But she must never know how I feel about her. But suddenly, two sets of romantic thoughts are shattered by Franklin Nelson's surprised exclamation. Listen to this, you two! There's a wax museum downtown advertising a new figure of Daredevil on display. So somebody must still think he's a hero. Oh, I just love to go to see it. We've all been working hard. Why don't we take the rest of the afternoon off and visit the place? And so, my radar sense tells me it's right in front of me. Tall and noble looking. If only I could forget about my cowardly behavior the other day. Oh, Matt, it's so handsome. I wish you could see it. The place is filling up now. I guess there are a lot of people who are still interested in Daredevil, Karen. To me, he'll always be one of the most wonderful, heroic men in the world. Well, I suppose we'd better be leaving now. I just caught the whiff of a familiar scent. It's the same gas that Mr. Fear fired at me the other night. But why is it here? Shut that door, you fool! Do you want the odor of my fear gas to trickle into the hall? Sorry, boss. I wanted to see if Daredevil showed up. But there ain't a sign of him. He'll be here sooner or later. We can afford to wait. But then, as the ox is shutting the door, I could swear that's the ox. The one the police are seeking. That heavy breathing. The scent of cheap hair tonic. It's the ox. That's why I detected the gas odor. Mr. Fear must be here. I won't alarm Matt or Karen. I'll come back alone, later, and see if I was right. I must say nothing to Foggy. I'll return tonight, as Daredevil. Then, after the museum has closed for the night, we will remain. He still may be here. And Mr. Fear's prediction proves to be correct. For when darkness falls, the man without fear approaches the gloomy building in his own inimitable manner. I hope I shall not be too late. I've got to learn the secret of his gas pellet, and I must somehow prove to myself that I haven't really turned coward. The museum is directly ahead, and the sound of the softly moving air currents tell me that I'm approaching an open window. Strange. Although I hear breathing, I can detect no motion. Perhaps those within are asleep. No, that isn't the answer. The breathing is too high. It comes from two nearby standing figures. The hair tonic again. The pulse rates. It's Ox. And the eel. Of course. It's obvious. Thinking I can see. They're trying to fool me into believing they're merely wax dummies. Now that I've passed them, they're stirring. Facing me. About to attack. Now we got ya! Hey! How'd he know to duck? What's the difference? We've got him now. The eel. Behind me. I've got to move fast. Ah! So far so good. But where's Mr. Fear? Meantime, not suspecting what is transpiring inside, Foggy Nelson softly mounts the steps out front. I wouldn't want to call the police until I'm certain. I'll say I think I left my hat here, and try to look around. I'm in luck. The door seems to be open. Daredevil! Fighting all three of them! He needs help. Now I sense Mr. Fear. He just entered the room in front of me. But I hear another newcomer. Oh no. It's Foggy. I hoped you'd blunder into my trap, Daredevil. The one in costume. About to shoot Daredevil. If only I can stop him. Alright, boys. He's all yours. No! I'm too late. Someone else attacking me. Where did he come from? He must be a detective. They're on to us. That unexpected feeling of stark fear again. Can't fight it. It's like a drug. If I could see who this character is, maybe I'll be lucky enough to get away safely and alert the law. My mask! Ox! To my side! I need you. Obeying his summons with the thoughtless instincts of the slow-witted, the hulking Ox brushes Daredevil aside, and... Try to attack the boss, will ya? You're gonna be real sorry, mister. Can't escape. What do I do now? A split second later, Franklin Foggy Nelson's unspoken question is dramatically answered, with one powerful sweep of the Ox's open hand. Enough, Ox! We've gotta run. If he's a cop, the place will be swarming with police within minutes. Let's go. But I thought we were gonna finish off Daredevil. No time for that now. We can't let the cops grab us. Daredevil can't ever threaten us again. You saw how easily I could stop him. Come on, Eel. Follow the ox. Minutes later, after the fear gas has been dissipated, the panic has left me again. But Mr. Fear and the others have gone. Wait. That weak, muffled breathing. That faint heartbeat. It's Foggy. He's been injured. Now I remember. He came to my aid. But he's hurt. He's unconscious. Foggy. Why did you come here? If only I had known. I'd have stopped you. Now it's too late. Then, with his uncanny sense of touch, Daredevil gently prods his fallen friend. No bones broken, but he's suffering a severe concussion. I've got to get him to a hospital right away. No time to worry about the others now. Lifting the inert figure as effortlessly as one might lift a paper doll, the superbly conditioned adventurer races to the street. Did he follow me? Did he guess my identity? No, it can't be that. I'd have sensed it. He still suspects nothing. Luckily, the sight of the swiftly running costumed figure soon attracts the attention of a cruising patrol car. And then, it's Daredevil. This man needs hospitalization immediately. I'll explain later. That's good enough for us, fella. Put him in the back seat. Thus, minutes later, your guess was right. It's a severe concussion. I suggest you notify his immediate family as soon as possible. I can't. They're vacationing in Europe. But there is one. And at Karen's apartment, where she ponders her most difficult decision. I know Foggy wants to marry me, and he'd make a wonderful husband. But I can't stop loving Matt. Yet, a girl can't throw away her life for a man who will never propose. Who could be calling at this hour? What? Franklin Nelson? In emergency? At Municipal Hospital? I'll be right there. 10 minutes later, a breathless, startled Karen Page rushes to Foggy's bedside. How did it happen? How serious is it? Will he be all right? Easy, Miss Page. Try to compose yourself. We're doing all we can. He has been struck on the head with great force. The fact that he's young and in good health, with no excessive trace of alcohol or tobacco in his blood, gives him an even chance to pull through. And then, I took a taxi as soon as I heard the news. He must receive the best of care. Call in specialists, consultants, anything. You've got to save him. Matt, they're doing everything they can for him. All we can do is hope and pray. You'd better look after Mr. Murdoch, miss. He seems to be under a very great strain. But Matt Murdoch's strain might be even greater if he could see the occupants of a speeding sedan rapidly approaching the hospital. We've got to silence that meddler before he recovers consciousness and reveals my identity to the police. Good thing you heard on the radio where they took him. While back in the hospital, oh, Matt, I always took Foggy so much for granted. But now that he's in danger, I realize how much I care for him. I knew it. She does love him. Now I can never tell her how I feel. Never. I I'd better go now, Karen. But I'll be back if you need me. Yes, I care for Foggy, Matt. But it's you I love. If only you weren't so cold, so unemotional. Oh, Matt. Matt. Minutes later. Even now, with Foggy in such danger, Matt is probably back in the office, poring over his Braille law books. Why is there no way to reach his heart? Has he no feelings? Does he think only of himself? If that strange fellowship of fear injured Foggy before, they might try to return, to finish the job. I don't dare leave him alone. And while Karen stays with him, she may be in danger too. Wait, I hear someone. We've come to take the patient to the operating room. That voice. It's them. But no one mentioned an operation. Karen, run! You're in danger. Daredevil! How did he know who we were? What's the difference, you fool? Get him, before he recovers his balance. But Daredevil's super hearing, coupled with his incredible agility, enable him to dodge the clumsy attack of the powerful ox. You telegraph that blow by a mile, big man. Eel, help the ox. We'll surround Daredevil. He moves too fast. Use your fear gun on him, boss. Fear gun? So that's the answer. Those pellets he fired at me in the past. They caused my unreasoning panic. I forgot to bring it. But we're 3 against 1. He hasn't a chance. You're wrong. It's not 3 against 1. It's 3 against Daredevil. There's a mighty big difference. I'll get him and... he ducked too fast. The eel. But without his grease costume. Moving like a human torpedo, the sightless crusader grabs the eel's legs before he can leap safely past. And then... Alright, gents. If you want me... Look out! Stay back! Come and get me! Then, releasing the eel and drawing his billy club, my radar sense detects a light switch behind the ox. Just stay where you are, muscle man. Say, you're pretty good at shadowboxing. You ought to try sparring with a real foe sometime. Plunging the room into darkness, the man without fear instantly takes complete command, darting, leaping, striking like a rampaging wraith, seeming to strike from every place at once. Eel! Grab him! Hold him! Give the ox a chance to connect. How? We can't see anything! We can't find him! Ow! How can he see us? He's hitting us as though the lights are on! We can't... It's hopeless. We've gotta run. Before we're tracked. But he's only one little guy. Why can't we... I said, run. Alright. But next time, nothing'll save him from me. Look! It's the 3 imposters the girl told us about. Let's... out of the way, you puny fleas. Nothing stops the ox. Seconds later. Foggy! You're conscious again. Karen. What happened? What am I doing here? What was all that noise? That shouting? Wait. Now I remember. The wax museum. Those 3 men. Fighting Daredevil. And the one with the grotesque mask. I ripped it. Oh. My head. Everything hazy. Spinning around. You're still weak, Foggy. Don't speak anymore. Try to rest. I won't leave you. Then, the next day, the police will never expect us to return to the museum. We'll be safe here while we get the loot we hid. I've let you carry the ball till now, but you've botched almost everything. I can do better without you. Watch your tongue, eel. Remember, I've got my fear gun again. Maybe the eel is right. You ain't such great shakes. I ought to go back with the enforcers. Say no more until we pull our next job. I'll prove to you how unbeatable I am. Now, let's get our hidden loot and blow this town. Don't forget, my fear gun can make anyone my slave. I've only begun my career. Daredevil was merely a passing interlude. An interlude that hasn't yet ended. Who said that? I was hoping you'd ask. It gets mighty tiresome standing like a statue all the time. It's Daredevil. Now I'll prove my superiority. Hold him, eel. You ain't gonna have a chance to prove anything. I'm gonna smash him now. Wiggling around ain't gonna help you, Daredevil. This is it. You're right. But not the way you think. Stay still, blast you! Happy landings, big man. Unless you feel neglected, my slippery friend. Here's a little tap for you too. Ugh! Those futile theatrics cannot save you from my fear gun. I was waiting for you to try that. Then, before the potent fumes can reach him, it's not by accident that I arranged to be standing near this built-in exhaust fan. All I need do is press the reverse button. And now, while the fumes are blown back to you, we'll wrap this up for good. Wafting speedily back again, the fear fumes cause temporary panic amongst the ox and the eel. Run! Run! Don't let him get us! My gun! I must retrieve my gun! The fumes didn't affect Mr. Fear. His mask must protect him. Since your little pellet shooter doesn't affect you, we'll just carry on without it. That won't help you. You're doomed anyway. Minutes ago, he had the advantage of surprise. But now, we're ready for him. Stand back. He's mine. Don't you ever give up, Ox. You dodged him, but I won't be so easy. But I don't want to dodge you, Eel. I just want to be able to hold on to you. And this'll do the trick. Nothing can help you hold me. My costume is coated with the slipperiest solvent known to... Hey! No matter what you're covered with, this layer of sand will stop my fists from glancing off you. And in case you still don't believe me, here's a little demonstration. Pardon my gloves, son. I can't afford any slip-ups now. This is the payoff. I hear the ox coming up behind me. Hold it, Fear. You're not going anywhere. I haven't finished with you. Nor you neither, Eel. Get back, Ox. I'll get around to you in a second. You're not pushing me away again, you puny runt. I'll flatten you now. I'd better let go of the other two. The ox is fighting mad. It'll take every bit of skill and luck I possess to stop him. Ha! I got you now. Can't break free. His grip is too strong. I told you I didn't need you, Mr. Fear. All I need is my strength. Only one out for me. I've got to play possum. Look at him. The great Daredevil. Limp as a dish rag. After only one little bear hug. You can have him now, boys. I ain't interested anymore. But no sooner does the ox relax his grip than... I'm sorry if I bored you, big man. What? By the way, ox, I don't like being called the dish rag. Daredevil, you just signed your death warrant. There's no place you can run where I won't get ya. No place. Careful, big man. You give me a swelled head. I never knew I was so much in demand. Ducking around that corner won't help ya. It's a blind alley. There's no place else to run. Good. I'm getting tired anyway. That's it. Stay there. This ain't gonna take long. I'm surprised at you, Ox. I thought one dummy could easily recognize another. And now, although I hate to end our little period of fun and games, it is getting late, and the eel and Mr. Fear might be feeling neglected. You didn't think you could sneak up on me, did you? Then, wheeling about with the speed of thought, Daredevil seizes the now helpless Mr. Fear. Don't! You can't hit a defenseless man! No! Perhaps I shouldn't. But if I ever held a tempting target, I'll return the stolen loot. Give myself up. Anything. But don't hit me. Boy, you don't need to inhale your fear gas. You're just a plain, natural-born coward. Well, well. Look who's back for a return engagement. I was sure I'd beaten him. He's walking so slowly. Is he really that confident? Or... I was right. He was beaten. But it took him till now to realize it. Timber. Scant seconds later. Operator, get me police headquarters. No, it isn't an emergency. You can take your time. I have a little package for them to pick up, and it isn't going anywhere. Finally. So much for the defeated Fellowship of Fear. Now to return to the hospital and see how Foggy is. He's conscious. His pulse rate and respiration are almost normal. Good old Foggy. He's going to be okay. Matt! I'm so glad you came. The doctor said Foggy will be alright. Sure. They can't keep a good man down. I would have come sooner, but I was busy. I don't understand you, Matt. Weren't you even concerned about your friend and partner? Don't say it, Karen. It's okay. That's what makes Matt the great lawyer he is. He's cold and unemotional. He hasn't any room for sentiment. After all, there wasn't anything I could do, was there? And the next day, the police now believe that Daredevil merely pretended to be afraid of Mr. Fear and his cohorts, in order to later trap them. The stolen goods have been recovered, and the captured trio are being held in a $500,000 bond. I never would have butted in myself if I'd known Daredevil would be there. Gosh, I'd like to know who he really is. So would I. I'll bet he's not nearly as glamorous as you two imagine he is. And now, suppose we all get back to work. After all, one thing we can be sure of is, he's not one of us. The end.